begin to relax wherever you're resting, you might begin to notice the way the air moves around you, as though there's a gentle breeze weaving its way softly through the room. And some people find that even now, as you settle into the surface beneath you, there's a subtle curiosity about how easily you can allow yourself to be comfortable. Maybe just noticing a few sensations. The temperature where your skin meets the air, or the quiet hum of life in the background. And there may be a sense as you listen that your mind can begin to drift inwards, following that gentle current of curiosity. And as you listen and continue to breathe deeply, that breeze becomes something like a silk ribbon, tracing soft patterns around you. Every breath draws it a little closer, wrapping you in gentle, reassuring loops, so that it's perfectly natural to feel more at ease with each moment. You can allow that ribbon to move at its own pace, circling and settling until your thoughts can relax, even just a little, into this comfort. Each loop taking you a bit deeper, a bit softer. Just imagine that this silk ribbon is a guide showing you how to move smoothly through a maze. Each gentle pull leading you past old familiar paths. And in this space, people sometimes notice how the mind likes to return again and again to certain patterns, perhaps out of hope or perhaps a feeling of safety. And yet sometimes that very repeating, that circling, is a way the mind tries to protect what matters to you, even when it's not quite sure how. There's a part of everyone that tries to keep life orderly or safe by revisiting the same thoughts or actions, much like tracing the edge of the same path again and again. And just as a ribbon can gently suggest new loops, you may discover how your mind can explore new routes, even if it's just for a moment. And there's some part of you that already knows that while certainty is comforting, flexibility creates freedom. And you can imagine watching a small bird caught in a cage, suddenly discovering that the door has been left open. It pauses, it hesitates, and then, with a moment's courage, it slips into the wider world beyond. And people sometimes find that when an urge or thought returns, it's simply a signpost, only one way amongst many. And you might wonder at how your mind can surprise you by pausing when it once rushed, or loosening when it once clung tightly. And each breath, drawn along the silk pathway, can invite a new sense of choice about what to pay attention to and what to move past. And I once had a neighbour who each day checked every inch of their garden fence for gaps, worried that something precious would escape. One afternoon, they noticed that a small gap had let in a gentle wind, carrying the scent of things she'd long forgotten. In that moment, they realized that what they wanted most was not just safety, but the freshness of life renewing itself. And in your own way, you can allow some small, gentle changes to enter, discovering that safety and openness can exist together. Your mind's patterns are not a prison, they're a language. The way the deeper self communicates needs, hopes, and sometimes misunderstandings. And if, as you listen now, you allow yourself to approach your thoughts with kindness, you may find curiosity where there once was only compulsion. And you might picture the ribbon now, no longer winding tightly, but unfurling in soft, open loops, each one lighter than before. And as you begin to notice the feeling of your body in the room once again, the air against your skin and the surface beneath you, you can recognize how change can begin gently. Not everything must happen at once. Sometimes it's enough to have noticed a new possibility. And as you begin to notice the ordinary sounds around you, your breath, your subtle movements, even the light through the window, you may feel yourself returning to the present moment, bringing with you whatever insights or comfort arose today. Allow your fingers to move, your attention to sharpen, maybe even the desire to stretch or sigh. And as you find yourself back in everyday awareness, you might sense a renewed energy, easy and unforced, carrying you calmly into the rest of your day. And in the days ahead, you may notice more space between your thoughts, or realize that gentle shifts are happening naturally, even without conscious effort. The smallest moments, pausing, reconsidering, feeling calm without needing to act on every thought, can become windows of freedom that quietly grow. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your progress here matters, and returning to practice may deepen your experience each time. And if you found this session useful, you can always revisit it and perhaps share it with others. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.